guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. Just to let you know how the reading's going to go, we do your weekly check-in first. Then we have a look at more specifically your work, stroke finance, and we also have a look at your love life during the week. If you'd like to see a particular reading, so if you'd like to only look at your work reading or only your love reading or maybe just the general reading, timestamps are below. So you just click on the time and it will take you straight through to the reading that you want to view. I'd like to say, guys, thanks ever so much for joining me this week for your reading. And yeah, sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. So this is the 20th to the 26th of January 2020, week ahead reading. For the week, cards that I'm using are, for your week ahead reading general, we're using the This Might Hurt Tarot by Isabella Rotman. We're also going to be using for any clarifiers that we might want to, any areas we might want clarified, we use the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. For your second reading, which just looks at your work and your love life for the week, we use the 78 Elemental Tarot. And this is by 81 artists, so there's 81 cards in there, 3 additional ones, and it's illustrated by 81 different artists. Amazing deck that is. For your advice, spiritual advice for the week, we are using the Quantum Oracle deck and also the Power of Surrender cards. Okay, so sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi Taurus, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. So we're going to start off with your general reading. We're then going to move on to your work reading, and then on to your love reading. If you want to see any specific reading, guys, just click on the timestamp. So I'm just putting some cream on my hands because they're a bit crusty. Yeah, just click on to the timestamp in the comments section or the description box below. Okay, let's get started. Okay, Taurus, let's have a look at what's going on with you guys. So just to quickly let you know how I do this particular Celtic spread. This is one that I kind of devised. I look at this area here as being the situation that's coming in. All right, so this is what you're experiencing in the week. Now, this is what's influencing the situation. This is at the heart of the matter. So this is where everything is evolving from. All right, this is what the situation is actually about. This is what's been happening with you in the last 2 to 3 weeks. And this is where everything is culminating to if things carry on the way that they're going. Coming into the latter stages of the week, we have this card here. This is how you're approaching everything this week with this card here. In position 8, we've got the advice card from the universe, how the universe is advising you, what they're advising you to do or approach it, or how to handle the situation. This is your hopes or fears in the position number 9. And number 10, I call the evolvement area. So this is what's evolving from this area here. So position 10 is how the situation will evolve from position 6, which is the latter stages of the week. Okay, let's have a look. So what are you facing, Taurus? The King of Cups could be a person. It could be, because it's a court card. Court cards represent people. So it could be a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian person that you are dealing with in the week. Could also be as an energy. The King of Cups is all about emotional intellectualism. It's all about riding a storm and keeping your head above water with the King of Cups energy showing here. This card I found can also be about big, vast amounts of money, because fishes for me on cards represent money, and there's just tons of it in that water there, loads of money. What's influencing this King of Cups being your experience this week? Okay, I do feel that you're probably facing, it's influenced by a challenge. So what's influencing this person around you is a challenge. I feel that some of you guys have been facing a challenge here. It might be that as a result of this challenge, you're experiencing the King of Cups. Maybe there's somebody around you who's helping you with the challenge here, because King of Cups should really be a very helpful individual. I just feel that there's somebody around you who might be, not unless, because it's influenced by the reason that you're experiencing this person is because it's a challenge. So it can work 2 ways. If you're dealing with the King of Cups as a part of that challenge, maybe they've got a challenge with drink or something. King of Cups can be a drinker, man. He's surrounded by water, you know, fluids, that type of thing. But there's also fish in that water too. Well, this can be somebody who's having. Let's have a look deeper. So what's the root cause? What's going on? All right, you do have some worries showing here, Taurus. So the root cause of everything is because you're experiencing worries. There's been worries here. All right, and it's influence. The influence is the Seven of Wands. So the influence of this person, you've got a King of Cups around you, and the influence, the reason why this person is there, the influence for this person to be there is the Seven of Wands. You've been facing some challenges, and I think this is somebody who's helping you. I think you've been experiencing challenges and worries, and I think you've got somebody around you who's helping you with those things. What have you experienced in the last 2 to 3 weeks, Taurus? Ah, right, so there's been a massive shift. There's been like a little bit of chaos for some of you guys. There's been possibly a huge, you know, surprise with the Tower energy. It might be that something broke down in the house, you know, like a leaky tap or something like that, which the Tower can be. But there's been somewhat of a huge shift, like this massive, like, surprise that came in. It could be something to do with your property, that type of thing. I'm going to clarify that, actually. I want to see what that's about. We'll use the Lights Theist Tarot. If you guys want to see what cards I'm using this week for these readings, then go to the cards used place where you can find out what the cards are that I'm using. So let's have a look. So what is this Tower about? In the last 2 to 3 weeks, Taurus experienced the Tower. Could be a surprise, a massive shift, an upheaval, that type of thing. Right, so I asked for 2 cards. It's given me 3 that came out together, so I'm going to use those. So it's about, right, so 4 of Coins could be something to do with your savings, money. What's the next one showing up here? Oh, the Hermit reversed and the 2 of Wands reversed. Wow. Hermit reversed, 2 of Wands reversed together. Let's have a look. Hermit reversed. Okay. I think that something's being revealed about some money here with the Hermit reverse energy. 2 of Wands in the reverse. It feels to me like you've got to give something up here, Taurus. Maybe you were saving some money. Maybe something's being revealed by your savings. It feels like with that 2 of Wands in the reverse, you're going to have to kind of, you're going to have to give something. You're going to have to reach out. You're going to have to put some money out. So there might be something to do with your finances here in the last 2 to 3 weeks. It feels like somebody found something out about your finances, or something was finally kind of revealed concerning some savings, money you had. And with this 2 of Wands now energy in the reverse, being that it's no longer in the safe place. The 2 of Wands is the safe place. So the 2 of Wands can be a bank vault, or it can be a cupboard, or something like that. But in the reverse, this is like, you know, the safe place is being revealed. So it feels like the safe place, it's like, yeah, it feels like something was revealed, right, and the safe place is no longer safe anymore. It's like somebody knows where your money is. It's like you got this major shock in the last 2 to 3 weeks, like something about that. I think something you were keeping, maybe. It's either that you were keeping something quiet about money. It feels like you was kind of storing money somewhere and somebody found out about it, or it's vice versa. Somebody that you know was saving money somewhere and you found out about it, maybe in those areas there. What's the most likely outcome then for this situation? The Emperor. The Emperor. All right, so I think that it's either that you are going to be limited, your funds are going to be limited, or there's going to be a limitation in your ability to keep maybe that money safe, or maybe with the Emperor energy, the person that's doing this is going to be limited. Because the Emperor can be kind of like these rules and these regulations, or there are boundaries that are being imposed. So it's either boundaries are imposed on you, or boundaries are imposed on the other person here. Let me just clarify that Emperor though, because Emperors can mean all sorts of things as well. It is a number 4. Let's have a look. What do you mean by the Emperor in 2 cards is the most likely outcome? What do you mean the Emperor is the most likely outcome in 2 cards? Right, yeah, I mean, I do see money, losing stability, losing money. 9 of Coins reversed. Page of Wands energy showing here. So, freedom is the Page of Wands energy, but feeling free. It feels like you have to pay out a little bit of money here. So I actually feel that this is you regaining your stability again, or at least getting yourself in control. I think this is all about, if this is you, that something about your money's being discovered and it's no longer in the safe place anymore. 2 of Wands in the reverse. It feels like the most likely outcome would be that with the Emperor, it could be also, I mean, the Page of Wands is a message as well, but the 9 of Coins in the reverse is losing some of your financial stability, losing some of your assets. Nine of Coins in the reverse. It feels like it's saying that you're going to be losing some assets here. Nine of Coins reverse, but the Page of Wands, I don't know whether you guys are happy about that with the Page of Wands energy showing here. Okay, it feels like you're happy about that with the Page of Wands. It feels like somebody's happy about something here, but it's saying that the most likely outcome will be the Emperor. I think an order. That's it, an order. That's what I was looking for. The most likely outcome is that you're either going to be ordered to give some money away, you know, to pay some money back. Nine of Coins energy, to relinquish some of the savings, what's been stored up. Yeah, I think it is. It's either you're making the order or somebody's ordering you to do that. Alright, Page of Wands energy. But they might be doing it in a very nice way, I think, with the Page of Wands. I think they're doing it in a very nice way. I think that you're being ordered to give some of your assets up in a very nice way, or you are ordering someone to give some money up in a very nice way. It's done in a very nice way. It's not done as a, you know, in a nasty way, but you're just being told either if you've been kind of hoarding money and you've not said, I mean, some of this alludes to taxes and stuff. Say, for example, you've been kind of like holding money back from the tax man. That Hermit reverse for me is somebody finding something else, like it's being opened up, it's being released. It's like being revealed with the Hermit reverse. So it's almost like this money that you've been hoarding showing up here, it's being revealed and it's no longer in its safe place. Two of Wands in the reverse, okay? And that's where the Tower comes in. This massive, massive chaotic time in the last 2 to 3 months. Because if you have been holding money back at all, Taurus, and the taxman or whoever it is doesn't know about it, then perhaps in the last 2 to 3 weeks, for some of you guys, somebody found out about that. Most likely outcome would be that Emperor, you're being made, or you're being ordered to relinquish some of this money. Nine of Coins in the reverse here, in a very nice way with the Page of Wands energy. What are you experiencing latter? Oh God, you got the Hermit again. So I just feel that there's an investigation happening here. Somebody wants more information from you. Somebody is looking into something here. Somebody is looking into something here. Okay, somebody is looking into something. Hermits look into things, investigation. So it might be that there's an investigation ongoing here. He's a forensic investigator as well. He'll scrape through every little detail. It feels like some of you guys are going to be investigated maybe, or maybe you're the one doing the investigating, Taurus. How are you approaching the situation now? Well, you're looking at the option. You're a bit confused really, and you're looking at the options. So it just feels to me like right now, how you're approaching everything is with the Seven of Cups. A little bit of confusion with that Seven of Cups energy. I can see that the clouds on the card are real close to you. So you're feeling, you know, a sense of feeling a little bit scared, nervous, anxiety with those clouds. When you get clouds on cards and they're real close to you, then the anxiety and the fear and the worry is all surrounding you. I'm seeing that you're surrounded by confusion and fear. And you guys are looking at what your options are. So what am I going to do about this? If this is you who's kind of, you know, calling someone out from hiding money from you, you're looking at what your options are. If it's you that's being called out for holding money and not paying what you're meant to be paying to someone or something, then you're saying, well, what are my options? What do I need to do? What can I do about it? What is the advice from the universe? You've got the power in your hands. You've got the power to create, you know, whatever outcome you want with the Ace of Wands energy. All right? Because the Ace of Wands is forcefulness and it's power, having the power in your hands. And the wand is a, you know, it's a tool for creation. So the universe is saying, look, you might be kind of saying, especially if this is you, Taurus, that says, shit, I've been called out for unpaid taxes or something like that. And the government, the Emperor, is ordering you to, you know, Nine of Coins in the reverse. It could, for some of you guys, it might be that you're being ordered to, you know, in a very nice way, maybe to sell up your property. Because the Page of Coins in the reverse can be about losing your property. It might be that you have to sell it up and go move somewhere else, you know. Page of Wands move, maybe. Sell up and move, you know. Start again. You might be being in order to sell up and move, for example. Because some of you guys, I'm not saying you are. I don't, as I say, with my readings, I don't expect a lot of thumbs up on them. I really don't. Okay? I really don't. But at the end of the day, what I do know is that some people will thumb this up. So for some of you guys, if it resonates with you, some of you guys might be in a whole heap of financial problems. I mean, really big financial problems, you know, showing up. Because that's what it can be with the Tower as well. This huge, huge, you know, this huge, massive, massive chaos in the last 2 to 3 weeks. Like pulling the rug, this rude awakening. So some of you guys also, it's a rude awakening in the last 2 to 3 weeks. The money that you were saving, while the Hermit energy is reversed. So somebody kind of like finding something out here. you know, like the investigation complete, and it's no longer in its safe place. It's finding out where you've been hiding stuff. If this isn't you, maybe you find out where somebody's been hiding stuff. But I feel if you've been hiding stuff and somebody's found out where you've been hiding money and stuff, Taurus, I feel with that Ace of Wands, the universe is saying, well, look, you can either make this out to be a bad situation or you can create it into a good one. It's completely down to you. And the same for if you've found out that somebody owes money or somebody's been hiding money from you, and you know you found all of that out. It's saying, well, you can either turn this into something good or bad. It's completely down to you how you're going to play it. What are your hopes or fears? You want to retain the money. 4 of coins. Look, you're hoping, so this must be you. Or if it's not you that has kind of like been hiding money, you're hoping to get your fair share. You're hoping to get the money. But if you're the one that's been found out for money, you know, for avoiding paying taxes or whatever it is, your hopes are, I hope that I can keep hold of my money and they're not going to take too much from me, you know. They're not going to try and whatever. Where is it leading? This isn't, I think with the Hermit, this is the investigation. So I think by the end of the week or going into the next 2 to 3 weeks, some of you guys are facing further investigation, maybe with that Hermit energy. Where are things leading to as a result of that? An ending, change, a transformation. There's a transformation as a result of that, investigation. Things will evolve to a change. There's going to be this major change as a result of this investigation. What will that change be in 2 cards? What will that, or ending, what will that change or transformation be in 2 cards? What will that transformation be? What do you mean by death is going to be where everything leads to in 2 cards? Right, 6 of coins, which is receiving or giving. What's the next one? Give me the next card after that. Give me the next card after that. Right, Page of Swords is reversed. Page of Swords in the reversed. Bad news, I think. Page of Swords reversed. You might receive a telling off or something. There's a transformation here. It's big. And it's saying it's about the 6 of coins energy. So money. And the Page of Swords in the reverse. So Page of Swords in the reverse is a change. How does that work? Let me just think about these 2 cards together, actually. So it's saying it's about, we said, well, there's an investigation here for Taurus. Ongoing investigation coming in. Latter end of the week. In which it's going to lead to an ending or a change. Page of Swords. It might be that they stop 6. It might be that the change is maybe you pay some money here. Maybe there's the stop of the investigation, because the Page of Swords in the upright is the investigator. He's the researcher, but he's reversed. So maybe, just maybe, the investigation stops. Maybe with it being reversed, there's a 6 of coins energy, a transaction in which maybe you transact some money and the investigation stops, showing here. So maybe, just maybe, in order to stop the further investigation, it leads to, finally, with the Death card, a change here, because you pay the money with the 6 of coins and the investigation stops with the Page of Swords in the reverse. That's what I'm thinking, because the Page of Swords is a nosy bastard, basically, really nosy, investigates everything. Reverse, I just think the investigation stops. You pay the money and the investigation stops, I think, showing up here. Alright. And I feel that some of you guys are going to be feeling really kind of unsettled about that. Really upset by that as well. Yeah, feeling injustice. Just pulled 4 more cards. You're feeling up and down about that. Temperance reversed. Angry. 5 of Wands. The Fool in the reverse. Feeling limited now, not feeling free to do what you want to do, and feeling that you've been served an injustice with the Justice reversed. Okay, so we're going to go through this one more time then, Taurus. It's interesting, and I'll read it 2 ways. If it's not you that's done the, you know, that's hidden money, then maybe it's somebody around you. But I feel what's happening here is that what you're experiencing this week is the King of Cups. Could be a person around you who's helping you. I mean, after all, you are facing challenges. Some of you guys, it's accusations with the 7 of Wands energy. And the root issue is there's been a great deal of worry with that 9 of Swords. Sleepless nights, worries, accusations, challenges. You're fighting these challenges one at a time here. And it's leading to you experiencing the King of Cups. Maybe this is help. So some of you guys are getting help. As an energy, some of you guys are keeping your head above water because you're not only facing challenges and accusations from all over the 7 of Wands, but also you're having a lot of sleepless nights. Some of you guys also might be medicating yourself with the King of Cups energy quite heavily, perhaps, because of all of this stuff going on here. In the recent past, I think that this started with this area here. So in the recent past, it all started when something was exposed. So if this is you, you were exposed for hoarding money, 4 of Coins energy. The Hermit reversed. I think that finally they kind of found something out here. They were no longer looking. They found what they were looking for. They found that you were hoarding money, and the money is now no longer in a safe place. Because the 2 of Wands is the safe place. As I said, that can be a cupboard. Anywhere that's safe, a cupboard, somewhere that's closed off and hidden. Okay, cupboard safe, offshore bank account. In the reverse, it feels like this safe place is no longer safe. So everything is exposed here. That Hermit and the 2 of Wands. Reverse, that 4 of Coins. Money that you've been hoarding. If this is you, Taurus, that exposure in the last 2 to 3 weeks is to do with you hoarding money and not paying something. If that's not you, then it's you're finding out about, or you found out about somebody doing it to you. Okay. And therefore, what you're facing is the King of Cups energy here. Maybe this is somebody who can help you here, because it looks like what you're facing is a challenge here, and there's been lots of worries around it. Either way, you know, it's about kind of doing the right thing. Say this is you that hid the money, all right, and you've been exposed for it, and you're getting this help because you're facing all these challenges and these worries. Well, the most likely outcome will be that it doesn't matter, because you will probably still be ordered. The Emperor is an order as well. Emperors show up when you've got clothing orders. So say you make an order online, and the order fails, for example. So say, for example, you ordered a shirt, and then you said, will my shirt come tomorrow? And you get the Emperor, for example, and the 7 of Swords. You're not going to get your order. It's an order. So you will be ordered. It doesn't matter what you do here. You're still going to be ordered if it's you, Taurus. All right. Or either ordered to, you know, take some of the money out, 9 of Coins energy, diminish your savings, take the money out, pay things back, possibly in a nice way with the Page of Wands energy showing here. Could also be, because Page of Wands is like, but it's communication as well as the Page of Wands. But I just think in a nice way with that Page of Wands, it feels like that you're going to be ordered to pay the money back. Alternatively, if it's a big amount of money that you've not been paid, they could even order you to sell your home. All right, to sell your assets, 9 of Coins in the reverse, and move somewhere else. Start again, Page of Wands energy showing there. They'll always do it in a nice way. There'll be no forcefulness there, but you will be ordered to do that. If this is someone who's done this to you and you have found out that they owe you money, the most likely outcome will be that you will order them to give you what your due is. Okay. Coming in, if this is you that owes money, as we've said, the Hermit, there's further investigations here. You guys are approaching this feeling very confused. If you owe money, it's like, oh, well, what are my options? What can I do? Blah, blah, blah. You're frantically looking around, probably even on the internet, to see what you can do about the situation to remedy it. But there's an investigation here, all right? If this is somebody who's done this to you and they owe you the money and they've been hiding it, you will probably look to get an investigator, and you might even be looking to get a solicitor in with that Hermit energy there. Either way, the universe is saying the advice, Taurus, is you hold the power in your hands. You can turn this into something good or bad. It's up to you. Your hopes would be concerning this, if you owe the money and you're going to be ordered to sell your home or to, you know, to pay it back either way, your hope would be, I hope I can retain most of my cash. I hope they're not going to ask me for interest and this, that and the other. I hope I can retain, you know, especially if they're, you know, something to do with you being ordered to sell your home or something to pay a big debt or whatever it is. Your hope would be with that 4 of Coins, where I hope that I can retain my property. At least, maybe, because 4 of Coins can be property, or I hope that I can retain most of my money or most of my valuables or something like that. If somebody owes money to you and you're ordering them to pay it to you and you're getting people involved in that type of thing, your hope would be to get what is owed to you, 4 of Coins energy. The overall outcome, so where things are evolving from that, from this energy here, all right, so say for example, this is you're being investigated, Taurus. Hope you follow the story. Say, for example, you're the one that's being investigated with the Hermit. The overall energy where things are going to evolve is to finally closure, the death, because you're going to have to pay the money back, 6 of Coins. All right. You're going to have to pay the money back, and they'll stop the investigation. So, Hermit will be further investigations coming in possibly towards the end of the week or in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Leading from that, where things are leading to is closure, all right? So things will end, right? Things are leading towards an end here, but the only way they're going to end really is if you pay the money back. They will stop the investigation. All right. I feel this will leave you feeling quite unsettled with the Temperance energy, emotionally imbalanced, upset, depressed, probably with the Temperance card. Quite angry with the Five of Coins energy. Probably angry because, I mean, the Fool in the reverse, really for me, that's not somebody that's been foolish. But it's somebody who that should have been. You're probably angry that you weren't more cautious or more careful or more, you know, with the and the Fool. Yeah, Fool is all about being cautious for me in the reverse. So you're not kind of doing things stupidly. So you're probably angry that you know you weren't more sensible with the Fool energy. But also you might be also quite angry that because you feel that there's been an injustice. They've taken more from you than you should have paid back. If this is the person that owes you money and you've set the dogs on them, the Hermit, to investigate them, maybe a solicitor, maybe, there's an order put out for them to give you your money back, that type of thing. Make a goodwill gesture as well. So, you know, say this is somebody who owes you money and you found out about it and stuff, and you've got somebody on the trail here, the most likely outcome is you'll put an order out to them, but it'll be like, you know, give me some money, give me the money that you owe me as a goodwill gesture. Page of Wands energy showing there. Either way, you would still get an investigator on that if this story is about somebody owing you money, Taurus. The overall outcome from that still closure. You'll get your closure on the matter through an investigator because they will be ordered to pay that money back and the investigation will stop. Showing there, they will probably be the ones to be very unsettled and angry. Full energy that they weren't probably even more careful, that they made mistakes, you know. Possibly they think it's an injustice. Who knows? Very interesting reading showing there, Taurus. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to get on with your work reading. Bear with me. Okay, Taurus, let's have a look at what's going on for work for you guys this week. Justice. So justice for me is all about getting those rewards. When you get the Justice cards, it's time to get your rewards. It's time for recognition with the Justice energy. The scales are balancing themselves out. What's the next one? Oh, the Ten of Swords energy. So it feels like there's an ending here. Ten of Swords energy of a very painful situation. So it feels like there is a settlement of a situation with the Justice energy showing here. It feels like something now is finally balanced. It feels like the scales are finally balanced with the Justice energy. Ending of a painful situation with the Ten of Swords energy. This can also be acceptance. Four of Fire, nice, and stability restored. I just feel restoration of stability. I mean, you've got the Justice energy, so this is almost like the restoration of balance here. Ending of a painful situation. Four of Wands energy, finally feeling stable. Maybe some of you guys are moving as well. Four of Wands energy showing here. There's a King of Cups showing up here as well in work. So this could be an offer. I often see cup cards as offers. So this could be for some of you guys that there's an offer coming in. It could be a surprise offer as well. This can be news as well, surprising news. So it feels like things are going in your favour this week, Taurus, with the Justice card, of ending of a painful phase, Ten of Swords energy, ending of a cycle. There's some surprising news coming in, the Fire, Four of Wands, and we've got the offer of the King of Cups energy showing here. Page of Wands, yeah, offer of a new position here because the Page of Wands would be the new position card. Got an offer of a new position here, an ending of one cycle, Four of Wands, and it's a surprise. The Four of Wands is a surprising news card as well. What's coming up here? The Ace of Wands, new beginnings. Ace of Air, sorry, a new beginning showing up here. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely new beginnings. You've got Ace of Wands, Ace of Air. Yeah, Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords energy here. Three of Swords energy. So Three of Swords separation. Let's have a look at the next one. Nine of Coins energy. So money. So maybe there's some disappointment though concerning money showing here. Two of Wands energy. Two of Wands energy. It feels like there's a distance from this. If you look at him, he's distanced from the Nine of Coins. It's almost like there's disappointment. You're not earning the money that you're used to because you're distanced from that Nine of Coins. The Nine of Coins energy showing here. It just feels like you're not earning the money that you're used to earning here, Taurus, with that Two of Wands and the Nine of Coins. And it might also be that you're a little bit of a stalemate. Two of Wands is stalemate concerning the money showing here. So that Three of Swords might say that there's some form of a disagreement though because you're a bit of a stalemate concerning earnings money showing here. it's a nice reading for work. What I feel is going, we'll quickly do this again, Taurus. What I feel is happening here is that finally, restoration of balance, getting what you deserve with the Justice energy, ending with the 10 of Swords, but the ending of a very painful situation some of you guys experienced in the jobs that you were in. I've got some surprising news coming in with the 4 of Wands. There's an offer from the King of Cups about a new position with the Page of Wands energy showing here. We've got this Ace of Swords and the Ace of Fire energy showing here. So this is really just kind of like starting up. This is like the new beginning cards energy, but nothing is finalized, I feel, with these cards. I do feel though that with the 3 of Swords, unfortunately, there's going to be some disappointment, some kind of conflict in the way that you think about it, in the way that they think about it. I think conflicting thoughts going on here with the 3 of Swords energy, because I feel that with the 2 of Wands, it might be that you're a bit of stalemate. From a bit of stalemate concerning earnings, but also you're way off from what you're expecting to earn. All right, because this is like at a distance from this one here. So it might be that you're way off from what you want to earn here. So it feels like something, and also that page could be like a lesser role, for example. It's a new role, but it's a lesser one as well. So it also might be that, yeah, there's surprising news coming in, good news, 4 of Wands, you've been offered, you know, this new role, but it might be that this page is, you know, kind of like at a, it feels like it's a junior role, or it's a role that's lesser than what you're used to. It feels like it's a lesser role than what you're used to, and that you're a distant, you're way off, 2 of Wands energy, from what you're used to earning with that 9 of Coins. Some of you guys are used to earning a big amount of money, and I feel with the 3 of Swords energy, you're going to have to make a painful compromise as well, because the 3 of Swords, really, 3 of Swords is balance, because you've got 2 swords here, but you've got a pivotal one in the center there, which is throwing those 2 swords off balance here, and it's almost like it's saying that you're going to have to make this card represents the need to make a painful decision. So some of you guys have to make a painful decision whether you start afresh, you start this new job, or whether you keep your distance maybe, because you're way off from what you're earning. So there are decisions concerning work. You have a chance to leave something you don't like behind, but the problem is you're going to have to make a really big compromise on whether you're going to compromise what you're used to earning for something new. And I feel with this page energy showing up here as well, you're being offered this page, this new position here, this new startup, but it might take you time as well with the 2 of Wands energy to get to the, you know, the type of money that you want to earn. You see what I mean with the 9 of Coins energy, and to establish yourself as well. So it might be that you're offered this new position, but it's going to take you time to kind of establish yourself in the role, to move up that level, and that might be where the painful situation is showing here, and why you have to make this really important sort of pivotal decision that, you know, do you go for this? Do you start this, or do you keep your distance from it? Which one do you do? I just feel that you're a bit of a crossroads, because it means having to sacrifice something to do with your money, your earnings. Okay, let's have a quick look at what the advice is through the Quantum Oracle. Spiritual advice. Universe, Spirit, what's the spiritual advice you have for Taurus on this situation? What is the spiritual advice that you have for Taurus concerning this situation? Show me one card. So the advice is the energy of letting go. I think that you've got to let go, and I think you've got to let go of kind of saying, you know, but I'm going to be taking a pay cut, or, you know, and it might be that there's a painful situation. Do you stay home? Do you stay with what you have right now, or do you move? 2 of Wands energy. All right. Do you stay, or do you go, for example? But I feel that you don't like where you are anyway. So, you know, I don't even think it's a case of that. I think it may have been money. So I think that you need to let go of the material aspects of this. Yeah, let go of the status quo, or let go. So the advice is you need to let go maybe of the idea that, you know, you're losing money, because it means that you create this cycle where you seem to stay stuck, because the status quo, the cycle with the status quo is about doing the same thing over and over again. So maybe you need to let go of the idea, shit, I can't leave because of the money, because you're going to carry on going through this cycle. Maybe you need to give it a chance. Maybe you need to give something a chance whereby it's going to allow you in time to earn that money, but, you know, it's more about just kind of getting this fresh start. Okay, showing up here. Okay, right. So that's your work reading. I'm coming back with your love reading. Bear with me. Okay, guys. So, I wanted to say something about, if you listen to the work reading, that 2 of Wands and the 9 of Coins, I just thought about it. it could also be that there's a painful decision to leave a home as well. Two of Wands is almost like the leaving, to distance yourself with the Nine of Coins from the familiar. So maybe this is about leaving behind either something that a job or a career that you're familiar with, or, you know, literally leaving your home, that type of thing. All right, let's have a look at love. What have we got? We've got the Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords can be about emotionally disconnecting from someone. Queen of Swords energy, because she's the type of woman that has to desensitize herself because she's been hurt. The Page of Swords as well. Okay, I just feel here that what I'm seeing is that some of you guys are cutting off communication with someone. The Page of Swords is communication or emails or text messages, and it feels like with the Queen of Swords you're cutting off communication with someone here. The Five of Swords energy showing here. Oh, you've got all swords. What the hell's going on? There's a lot of hurt here. Some of you guys been bruised. Look how she bleeds. Some of you guys, I think, Taurus, have been bruised with this Five of Swords. Or this could be the person. Some of you guys cutting off communication, probably with a really nasty individual, the Five of Swords. Or you're cutting off communication with someone maybe because they hurt you to a strong extent. Five of Swords energy showing here. Two of Swords, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely seeing you blocking someone showing here. Two of Swords, Knight of Wands, I'm seeing you blocking someone out, a Knight of Wands. I see you blocking a Knight of Wands out. I think there's somebody around you who's a Knight of Wands. I think there's somebody, I mean, how I explain the Knight of Wands sometimes in reading, in fact, a lot of the time, because he tends to show up a lot as being a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of a player. Knight of Wands can be a player. I think you're blocking this player out. I think this is a player, and I think you're blocking this person's path. So I see you guys cutting yourself off, cutting communication. Five of Swords. I think this is somebody who takes advantage, or somebody who's, the look on the face of this person, they're not very nice, or they've been hurt. One of the two. They've done battle anyway. So you're either cutting communication with somebody who's not very nice, or you're cutting communication with someone who's hurt you. You're the Five of Swords person here who's hurt. I see you blocking blocking a player here. The Two of Wands, the Two of Swords, and that Knight of Wands energy showing there. Let's have a look here, Taurus, at the next one. Seven of Coins. So the Seven of Coins is waiting sometimes, and sometimes this is things coming to fruition. The Chariot. Okay, so the Chariot is all about taking control of one's life with the Chariot energy, moving on. Let's have a look here. The Emperor showing up here. Taking charge, power. So taking charge and asserting. So asserting oneself, taking charge, powerful. These two cards are very good together, I think. The Chariot and the Emperor energy showing here. It might also be, though, that you are accumulating with this Seven of Coins energy a Cancer and an Aries person here. Because this could be two people here, perhaps. You know, there could be two people. But also I think with the Seven of Coins energy, this is sometimes waiting. It's interesting because this lamb is eating the Pentacles energy, suggesting that the fruits have already grown, showing here. Seven of Coins, it suggests that it's already grown, but this can also be waiting. Maybe he's nudging it to grow. But I think if you've been waiting for something to evolve in this relationship with the Seven of Coins energy, and actually that is you, isn't it? Is this Taurus? Let me just, yes it is. Seven of Coins. This is third decan in Taurus. It is, isn't it? Yeah, Virgo is 8, 9 and 10. Okay, yeah, this is you. Taurus, this is you. You've been waiting here. You put the work and you've been waiting. I think with the Chariot energy, that you're kind of moving on from that. It almost feels like you're no longer waiting here. You're taking your power back with the Emperor energy showing here. King of Swords energy showing here. Some very powerful figures showing up here. I think that you're putting boundaries. King of Swords, Queen of Swords both appear in the reading. Let's have a look at that shows next here. The Four of Air. You've got a lot of swords here. There's a lot of hurt in this situation, isn't there? A hell of a lot of hurt. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sword cards out of a 10 card reading. The majority of the reading is to do with feeling hurt. A lot of hurt in a relationship showing here. Let's break it down. Queen of Swords tends to disconnect herself. Page of Swords is communication. I see you disconnecting yourself from communication. You're no longer communicating with somebody that hurt you. I think that this is you. I think you've been hurt. You're cutting communication with someone that hurt you. I think that you're blocking this player. I think the Knight of Wands is the player. I feel that you are no longer waiting with that Chariot moving ahead of the Seven of Coins energy showing here. Emperor energy showing here. I think that you are taking back your power here and perhaps putting boundaries on this King of Swords energy. Withdrawing Four of Swords energy, taking your power back and withdrawing Four of Swords from this King of Swords. Now the King of Swords would make sense to show up there for me, because if this person hurt you, they're probably a King of Swords. King of Swords is somebody who can also be very emotionally detached. This person, I often find the Queen of Swords is more reactive to a situation. So if somebody's hurt her, she's likely to cut off from them. I find that the King of Swords tends to just do it. Do you see what I mean? He tends to be the initiator, she's the reactor. So I see this as an initiator and the reactor. And I think that you are reacting, Taurus, here. I think that you are cutting off communication with someone that hurt you. And it's this King of Swords that hurt you, I think. Okay. I'm going to read it two ways. So if some of you guys cutting communication with someone that hurt you, it will be this King of Swords, because he tends to initiate the hurt. Okay, and I feel that you're blocking this person because they're a player with the Knight of Wands. They were just playing with your affections. That's why you're hurt. I feel that you're moving on from waiting. In other words, you're no longer waiting. You're putting those boundaries up with the Emperor against this King of Swords, and you are retiring the situation with the Four of Swords. You're also retiring this guy. I think you're retiring this guy by putting those boundaries up. The other way to look at it is that you're kind of cutting communication with this person that hurt you. So you're cutting communication with somebody that hurt you. You're blocking out, all right? So you're probably going to be kind of blocking all your social media, all the rest of it. This Knight of Wands, this player. Some of you guys, it could be maybe within the next 7 weeks, 7 months maybe. You see the fruits of all of your labours coming, things coming to fruition here. The Chariot, so maybe entering or arriving is a very powerful person in which you'll have peace with the Four of Swords as well. So arrival is the Chariot, so it could be that maybe within the next 7 months, arrival of an Emperor here. Okay, somebody who is honest, mature, knowledgeable, clear-cut with the King of Swords, nothing like the player of the Knight of Wands energy, and you'll have peace and happiness with this person with the Four of Swords. So yeah, read it. You can read it either way. All right, let's have a quick look at what the surrender cards are. What is it that Taurus needs to surrender to this week? What is it that Taurus needs to surrender to this week? Show me. So Taurus, you need to surrender to the surrender to complete healing. That would make sense, wouldn't it? It says, open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional and spiritual healing. And that's what I think it's more about. I wanted to read it the other way because there's another way I could look at reading that. But I felt in the main that this was about you guys cutting off communication, Page of Swords, with this person that hurt you. Because you look like you're really hurt here, Taurus. You look like you're angry and hurt, and that would make sense. All right, and I feel that you're really angry and hurt because I feel that this is somebody who took advantage of you with the Knight of Wands energy. All right, you've blocked them anyway. They can't take advantage anymore. And I feel that, you know, you've been waiting around for them to do something and they haven't done it. So you've just moved on. And I think with you can read this as an energy, you're putting that boundaries up there and you're kind of retiring this King of Swords. But it's all about kind of just, you know, getting that healing going. You need to heal from it. So if you need to surrender to complete healing, you can't be half in and half out of a situation. You either got to wait around for them, continue waiting around, continue having them take advantage. But I think that some of you guys said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make a definitive decision and I'm going to get rid of the bastard. Basically, I'm going to get rid of them. They're taking the piss. And that's why it says you need to surrender to complete healing. Because one way or another, you're either in it or you're out of it. If you want to carry on hurting, you'll stick in it. But I don't think you do. And that's why to surrender to complete healing, I think you're going to be getting rid of someone this week for some of you guys. All right, that's your reading, Taurus. Thanks ever so much for joining me. If you would like your own personal reading, go to the link in the comments section or the description box, www.carolsuniverse.com. Also, guys, there's plenty of goodies on the website, on the YouTube channel for you to look at. So we have a 6 month ahead reading for you, January through to June 2020. Check that out. It should be in the link. I might put it in the comment section links. If it's not there, then it will be somewhere on the screen. Also, there is your if you like pick a reading readings or pick a card readings. I've done a couple of those. They're up there for singles or couples, so you can check that out as well. And also you've got your month ahead. Did I mention the month ahead? Yeah, you got your month ahead for January up there as well, Taurus. All right, that's it. Take care. Bye-bye.